Hey guys, and welcome to Zonos Crypto. In this video we'll take a look at what exactly blockchain technology is. Okay, then let's get right into the video. What is a blockchain? Blockchain technology is a decentralized distributed ledger that stores the record of ownership of digital assets. Any data stored on blockchain is unable to be modified, making the technology a legitimate disruptor for industries like payments, cybersecurity, and healthcare. So exactly what is a blockchain? Blockchain, sometimes referred to as distributed ledger technology, makes the history of any digital asset unalterable and transparent through the use of decentralization and cryptographic hashing. Think of it like how a Google Docs document works. Whereas a significant gap to note, however, is that unlike Google Docs, original content and data on the blockchain cannot be modified once written, adding to its level of security. So what is a block, which is part of the blockchain? There is the data, this is in the block. The nonce, number used only once. A nonce in a blockchain is a 32-bit whole number that's randomly generated when a block is created, which then generates a block header hash. And a hash in a blockchain is a 256-bit number permanently attached to the nonce. It must start with a huge number of zeros. So what is then decentralization in the blockchain? Think of it like that no one computer organization can own the chain. Instead, it is a distributed ledger via the nodes connected to the chain. Blockchain nodes can be any kind of electronic device that maintains copies of the chain and keeps the network functioning. People who are securing the blockchain are having a node, and they help the blockchain become better and also, as said, more secure. This is where you can also run a node, for example. So what are then some blockchain applications? Blockchain isn't only used for financial transactions. Due to its secure and transparent nature, the technology is versatile to needs beyond one area of expertise. Industries covering energy, logistics, education, and more are utilizing the benefits of blockchain every day. Exactly. These were some applications. The applications can still be taken to a whole nother level. We are still early. We are only about 13 years in right now after Bitcoin has been created. So there is a lot more room to grow. So then there are public and private blockchains. Public and private blockchains. In a public blockchain, anyone can participate, meaning they can read, write, or audit the data on the blockchain. Notably, it is very difficult to alter transactions lodged in a public blockchain, as no single authority controls the nodes. For example, blockchains can be used for asset transfer. Blockchain can also be used to record and transfer the ownership of different assets. This is currently very popular with digital assets like NFTs, a representation of ownership of digital art and videos. If you want to know what NFTs really are, check out my last video and you will hear some interesting information and also an explanation about what NFTs really are. Then also smart contracts. Another blockchain innovation are self-executing contracts, commonly called smart contracts. These digital contracts are enacted automatically once the conditions are met. For instance, a payment for a good might be released instantly once the buyer and seller have met all specified parameters for a deal. To put it in simpler terms, buyer and seller, no middleman who is overseeing the transfer of asset and money, and yeah, they just do it directly with a contract and then everything is exchanged. Then supply chain monitoring. Storing this information on a blockchain would make it easier to go back and monitor the supply chain, such as with IBM's Food Trust, which uses blockchain technology to track food from its harvest to its consumption. This is also nice. There is one coin which I can remember right now who has something to do with supply chain. This is VeChain, also a great coin, no financial advice though. And yeah, this for example, if you think supply chain is interesting, then check out VeChain. So what are the advantages of blockchain? There is higher accuracy of transactions. no need for intermediaries like smart contracts, excess security because a lot of people are involved in it, the nodes for example, and more efficient transfers because blockchain operates 24/7. Disadvantages are limit on transactions per second. Bitcoin takes 10 minutes to push a transaction through, for example. High energy costs. Proof of work is one of the a little bit higher energy consumption methods or consensus mechanisms. Proof of stake is there a lot better off. Risk of asset loss: if you transfer it to the wrong address, then your assets are completely lost. There can nothing be done about it. And there is potential for illegal activity. We are still new, so the potential for illegal activity not as high as with dollars, because dollars are used for almost everything, which is illegal. Understandably, right? Okay. Now let's sum it up once again. Blockchain is a type of shared database that differs from a typical database in the way that it stores information. Blockchains store data in the blocks that are then linked together via cryptography. As new data comes in, it is entered into a fresh block. Once the block is filled with data, it is chained onto the previous block, which makes the data chained together in chronological order. Different types of information can be stored on a blockchain, but the most common use so far has been as a ledger for transactions. In Bitcoin's case, blockchain is used in a decentralized way so that no single person or group has control, rather all users collectively retain control. And decentralized blockchains are immutable, which means that the data entered is irreversible. For Bitcoin, this means that transactions are permanently recorded and viewable to anyone. Exactly. This was the video about what is a blockchain. If you think it was useful to you and you've learned something new today, then please leave a like, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so that you will not miss anything in the future. We'll see us tomorrow or in the next video. Peace.